Welcome to the inaugural episode of Lady Rams Hoops Weekly. My name is Joe Gilloway with Linglestown Gazette Sports. We appreciate you tuning in. Lady Rams Hoops Weekly is your baseline-to-baseline source for all things CD girls basketball and is brought to you by Econ Wealth Management. Econ Wealth Management is a financial services firm headed by 1991 Central Dauphin grad Steve Economopoulos and is located right here in the Linglestown area. Steve lettered in soccer and baseball at Central Dauphin before going on to an outstanding sports career at Shippensburg University. They can be reached on the web at econwealth.com or by phone at 717-545-5870. Econ Wealth Management, they manage for you, they plan with you. And Fabio's Italian Ristorante and Pizzeria is the area's #1 destination for a large variety of authentic Italian dishes and brick oven pizza. They're conveniently located at 106 Kelly Court in Grantville, PA, just off 743 between routes 81 and 22. Okay, with that portion of the show satisfied, I'm excited to introduce to you this season's Lady Rams basketball team captains, Faith St. Clair, Nadia Romanchuk, and Grace Long. Thanks for being on the show, ladies. Okay, let's get right into what it is to be a team captain. Essentially, there's typically two expectations for a captain. One is leadership, and the other one is mentorship. I'm going to ask Nadia, what can you tell me about your role as a leader on this team now, especially as a captain?
As a captain, you really have to bring your teammates up, especially if they get down on themselves. And overall, you have to be really unselfish on the court.
So that's pretty much what kind of player you were to this point already. You just have to keep that up in a different role now, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and how about mentorship? And the one thing, when I think of mentorship in this program, I think of Tori Lesko every single time, because I know how much time she spent with the younger players, and I'm sure you're a couple years younger than her, and it was probably one of the players you looked up to, right, when you were a little younger. Yes. So in terms of mentorship, Grace, what does that mean to you?
Mentorship is like being an example for others, being positive, having good body language, and just trying to get to know each of the girls. Good, that's right, thank you.
And Faith, I have one for you here. There's going to be times as a captain that Coach G might ask you to send a message to your teammates, right? Yeah. If he's had enough for now and he wants to just ask a couple of players rather than 12 or 14 about something, and you might be that person. Mm-hmm. How's it going to feel to have to carry his message over to the rest of the team?
I mean, sometimes it might be a little difficult, but we have a very understanding team, and everyone wants to work together, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Right.
And there may be times where you have to ask Coach G to leave for a few minutes too, right?
Yeah.
And have a players only meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. So you're prepared for that role?
Yep.
Good. Okay. The games upcoming this week are going to be Saturday night or Saturday afternoon at Parkland. It's actually at what's the name of the school? It's at a community college up there. Lehigh Carbon Community College. It starts at noon, and what we don't want you to do, fans, is use this show as your only source to watch the Lady Rams. We want you to go to the games too. So you can start by going this noon at Lehigh Carbon Community College and watching their game with Parkland. Parkland is a District 11 team. Traditionally, there's a lot of powerhouses out of District 11. There's a lot of good girls basketball schools. And I did look up, they've averaged almost 20 wins a season for the last 5 years. So you know that you don't win 20 games without being a strong program. So Coach G likes to schedule tough, and he's got you scheduled tough right out of the gate, huh? Mm-hmm. And then Carlisle, you have Carlisle on Tuesday, and that'll be your opening Commonwealth game. They lost probably their best player, Cassidy Ingram, who you girls played just Tuesday night in the scrimmage. But you can't overlook anything. And we're not even on to Carlisle yet. We're at Parkland. I just wanted to mention for the viewers that if you can't make it to Allentown, go over to Carlisle on Tuesday. It's a 7:30 tip for the varsity. The girls, the JVs usually tip at 6 o'clock. And please start supporting these ladies right out of the gate. Anyway, you're watching this inaugural episode of Lady Rams Hoops Weekly. Again, I'm with captains Grace Long, Faith St. Clair, and Nadia Romanchuk. We're brought to you by Econ Wealth Management and Fabio's Italian Ristorante and Pizzeria. You have to have some expectations after last year. I mean, I don't know, none of you are old enough to remember the ABC Wide World of Sports, sort of their catchphrase, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Have you ever heard of that before? You have heard of that before? And you went from the District 3 championship, which was the thrill of victory, and then, what, a week and a half later, first round of states. And I don't want to pine on that, but did that create some expectations, at least some goals for you guys to get a little bit further than you did last year?
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, it really motivated us, and now we want to go all the way. Possibly.
Right. How about you, Grace?
Yeah, we have more motivation to do better than we did last year.
Right. And it's still a game at a time, though, right?
Yes.
That's right. Nadia, we talked about this before, but what's the importance of defense to you? I want you to reiterate that for the viewers, because you play good defense, and I'd like you to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, defense is definitely the most important part of the game because, like I said before, if the offense can't score, then they can't win. So it's really important to get rebounds and only let them have one shot.
Right. Yep. How about, Grace, you paid your dues with this program, right? Mm-hmm. You're a senior now, and you played last year, but it was sort of limited, right? And you've really worked in the off season. You've elevated your role on this team. Are you ready to be out there a whole lot?
Heck yeah.
Are you? Okay. Well, we'll take that as a big yes, right?
Yeah, definitely.
No, and I mean that. You know, I know to play on a basketball team, you're not just playing on a team. You're being part of a program, and you're growing, you know, into your skin, so to speak. And this year, it's just going to be a whole different story for you, right?
Yes, I'm really motivated to help my team any way I can help get victories.
Good. So the answer to that's heck yeah, right?
Yeah.
Did you like that answer? And Faith, what do you do to prepare emotionally and mentally for a game?
Well, usually I like the silent bus rides that we have up to the game, and I like to just focus on music and think about the game, who I have to guard, how I have to guard her, all that type of stuff.
A little heavy metal, maybe?
Not really.
I didn't think so. Okay, we're going to call this portion of the show "Keeping It Light." Okay, and that's because we're just going to ask you some questions. They're going to be light questions. Hopefully, they're fun.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Grace. Favorite movie?
Kicking and screaming.
Oh, that was easy. Favorite sports team?
North Carolina basketball team.
I sort of thought you were going to answer that question. What's playing in your iPod? Do you guys still use iPods? Is that how you listen to music? iPhones. What's playing in your iPhone right now? What song?
Christmas music.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Nadia. Favorite WNBA player?
Maggie Lucas.
Okay. Favorite leisure activity? This isn't leisure here. This is work outside of basketball.
Sleeping.
Sleeping, okay. And last concert you saw?
Wait, what concert did I just see? What time did I just see? Oh, what did you?
Oh, Party Next Door.
Oh, Party Next Door. Party Next Door.
Party Next Door. All right. And Faith, favorite TV show?
How I Met Your Mother.
Okay. Favorite pizza topping?
Just regular cheese.
Cheese. Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, and the last one's a two-part question. Favorite Coach Bob drill?
I would say the one where we have to run to half court and run back and shoot with a chair in front of us.
Okay. And least favorite Coach Bob drill?
Yeah, champions.
Okay. I know you've been with him a lot since you played with him at AAU, and he's all about the drills. Okay. Last question. Which one of you three are going to get Coach Bob behind the mic, since we're talking about in front of the camera, between now and the end of the year? I know we can get Coach G in here again. You will?
We all will.
Okay. He's terrified. He said don't even bug him. Never, ever, ever. and I'd like to get the assistants sometime on the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll bring him over.
All right. Good deal. Ladies, thank you very much. Again, Saturday at Lehigh Carbon Community College is the opening game. Starts at noon. That's in Allentown. And then Tuesday is their first Commonwealth game. It's on the road at Carlisle. And the first home game is a big one. It's against Harrisburg on Monday, December 18th.
Be there.
Be there, yeah. And again, don't just watch these shows every week and think that that's how you're going to get all your CD Rams ladies basketball, right? You got to come to the games. You got to come to the games.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again to Econ Wealth Management and Fabio's Italian Restaurante. Thank you to the girls for taking part. Congratulations on your new roles.
Thank you.
And here we go. One more thing we can do here. Bill, we're going back to this. Just follow my lead. That was bad. You want to try it again? No.